time in Pakistan, just as you do, you know. In case you don't know where Pakistan is, you got India, Afghanistan, and Iran. It's a fun place. Anyway, the Muslims tend to base their holidays on this moon thing, where when certain things line up and all of a sudden it's a holiday. So, I'm a teacher and all of a sudden I have a 3-day holiday. So I'm off to India. I look Indian, right? I look as Indian as I do Pakistani, right? No problem. I'm in my garb. I get on the plane, I get over to India. I'm in the Delhi airport, and the first thing you do is you buy your liquor. Because Pakistan is not a place if you're a drinker. So I go into the duty-free shop, and I get my scotch, and I get my vodka, and I'm my duty-free thing, and I'm like, all right, my hotel is booked, I'm going to India, I'm here, and I am going to just go get some money, because you kind of need that. And there are 2 mantras when you are an international traveler or you live overseas a lot, like an expat. And the first one is money, tickets, passport. That's all you need, and it's everything you need. The second is never surrender your passport. Well, I'm going to just throw both of them in the garbage with this story. I go and I start to look for a bank, you know, as usually Barclays or whatever, and I see the banks are not open. And I've been a traveler overseas. I've been living overseas for like 7 years. I've got no cash with me. I've got no pound sterling, I've got no dollars, nothing else really matters because the Pakistanis don't recognize the Indian rupee and the Indians don't recognize the Pakistani rupee. So I'm screwed. There's nothing open. The hotel is 10 miles away in the city of Delhi, and things are closing down. So I'm walking around, I'm like, okay, I'm panicking, but there's really nothing I can do but just deal with this. So I came up with this question, and this is a good one. I really advise you to use this. When you're desperate, walk up to people and say, how can you help me with my problem? Now think about it. Psychologically, you're asking for help, you're showing vulnerability, and if they help you, they're going to feel good about themselves. Well, the first 5 or 10 people I did that with, I got nowhere. I finally end up in the airport manager's office. He's got the big turban on, he's got the white mustache and the big long hair. He's very cool looking. I'm dressed like this. I'm like, sir, how can you help me with my problem? Well, madam, and everybody is very polite, believe me. Madam, I don't know what I can do. And I said, all right, can I get a little waterworks going on here? Okay, just a little bit because I don't want to look like a totally stupid woman. I get a little bit of tears going, how can you help me with my problem, sir? He finally gets this 96-year-old man with a little tick-tick car. If you've ever seen these, it's got 1 wheel in the front, 2 wheels in the back, a little bit of coverage for the passenger. And he's going to drive me into Delhi, to my hotel, on the faith that somehow I'm going to get somebody at the hotel to give him money. I'm alone. Did I mention this? So, he gets this old guy, and he was like this tall, the red-headed hair. He gets in the thing, and I'm in the back, and I've got my scotch and my vodka, and I'm surreptitiously taking little drinks and stuff. And it's cold, so I've got my duper up like this, you know, and I'm giving him cigarettes and stuff because he's a smoker, as like everybody is in Western Asia. And so he's taking my cigarettes, and maybe an hour and a half later, we finally get to the hotel. And now I still got a problem, because I got to now convince people to give him money. So I get into the hotel, go up, check up, go to the check-in, and I say, look, here's my problem. How can you help me with my problem? And I'm sorry, madam, reservation here, but I gotta pay this guy. I'm sorry, madame, we can't help you. Who's next in charge? And I go up through about 3 or 4 people in charge, and I finally get the awesome guy who says, of course, madame, we will help you with your problem. No difficulty whatsoever. Welcome to India. How do you like the difference between India and Pakistan? And whenever you're asked a question like that, you always go with the country you're in. And I love India. India's fabulous. So he pays the little tic-tic driver who's now looking at me with a hairy eyeball going, I am never picking up another woman again, who I don't care where she's from, I am not going to do this again. So I said, thank you, and I take my vodka and my scotch, and I go into the room, and I'm smoking my cigarettes, and I order room service, and it's all very nice. And then the next morning, I am going to go to Agra to see the Taj Mahal on a bus. And this is all very good. First, I have to go to the bank and get some money. So they get another taxi driver to trust me. This is really cool if you think about it. To take me to Barclays Bank, I haven't paid the guy, to take me to Barclays Bank so I can get money to pay him and also to pay for my trip to Agra. And we do that, and we get it done, and I come back to the hotel, and I pay off all my bills. I'm going to go to Agra, and all of a sudden this young man comes up to me and he says, Madame, Pakistan requires that you have a visa, that you have to go to the airport and pay for it and meet 3 days exactly before you go back to Pakistan, before they allow you to go back to Pakistan. So what do you do in this situation? I'm going to go to Agra. I surrender my passport to this kid I never even saw before. And in the words of Scarlett O'Hara, I said, I'll worry about that tomorrow.